Hi Capricorn, how's it going? I hope you're doing awesome today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn. I'm going to be doing a 10 card Celtic cross spread with this deck. I'm using the Celtic Tarot deck. And I've also pulled an oracle card for you, but we'll go over this message at the very end, okay? You got enlightenment. It's an awesome card to get. So let me just pull all of the cards before I start the reading. We'll do a 10 card Celtic cross spread. Here we go. Your first card represents your current situation, and you have the Chariot reversed. Your second card represents what's crossing you, or what's challenging you, or your situation, or what you're celebrating. You got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Your third card represents the basis of your situation or foundation. You have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Your fourth card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. You have the High Priestess. Your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, is the Three of Pentacles reversed. When a card comes out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. Your sixth card represents the outcome you desire most in your situation, and you have the Seven of Pentacles. Then you have the Moon reversed for your self-image, how you see yourself, your environment, or how others see you in your situation. You have the Two of Wands reversed. Your hopes and fears is a Two of Swords. And then your future, long-term future, if all is to remain as is the World reversed. So, wow. The Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, the Moon, the World. You got a bunch of major arcana cards here. So big messages in this reading today, Capricorn. So the first card out is the Chariot. Let me just see. 7, 10, 8, 2, 3, 7, 18, 2. Two of Wands, Two of Swords, and the World. Well, you have 3 2s because the High Priestess is a 2. So you have 3 2s in your reading here. And then, okay, so let's start with the Chariot. Couple of 7s in your reading. Again, it came out reversed, so extra protection from Spirit. The Chariot represents your current situation. It's represented by Cancer and astrology. The Chariot reversed could represent the need for self-discipline. There may be a lack of direction in your life. Maybe you have a lack of direction. You're not sure which direction to go in. Maybe you're noticing some opposition in your life. There may be a lack of control or a lack of self-control. Self-discipline is needed. Maybe you're being forceful. This card could represent forcefulness. It could also represent obstacles, being blocked by obstacles, and feeling powerless. Maybe you're feeling a little powerless, or this reverse card could be about aggression. Be careful you're not being too aggressive. Spirit is saying, Capricorn, the changes and transitions are happening internally, okay? You're going through, and that is what this card is about, but I'll get to that at the very end, okay? So you're going through some kind of change and transition, but it's happening within you. It's happening internally. things may be moving really fast internally, that you feel out of control and you're struggling a bit. Maybe you feel like you're being pulled in two directions at once and you're feeling stressed out by the pressures. Spirit wants you to choose a direction carefully. Accept the process of inner transition as a positive one, but be clear about your direction in life, because the more you can tune in to your own transition process, the more control over it you can exert. Okay? Yeah. Be careful of letting others take control of you, and be careful that you're not, being too aggressive and running over everyone in your path just to reach your goal. If that resonates, Spirit's saying just slow down and see what lies ahead before you go barreling down the road. Okay. So yeah, I think, well, we'll just keep going. What's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation, or it could be what you're celebrating, is the Wheel of Fortune, and it came out reversed. Jupiter energy. Again, Spirit's saying there's a lack of control here. When Spirit repeats the messages, I would make a note of it, okay? Because they really, really want you to get a message. The Wheel of Fortune reverse is talking about a lack of control, having no control. Or it could be clinging to control. It's a card that talks about control issues. Maybe you're experiencing a little bit of bad luck at this time. You're breaking cycles, though, is the message with the Wheel of Fortune reversed. You may be resistant to change. You may be experiencing a setback or delays. Maybe you're holding back your own destiny by refusing to make the necessary changes or take the required actions. And this could be causing stagnation and some frustration. Maybe you think you're waiting for the right time to act, but fear of the unknown is blocking you. Maybe you're fantasizing about what you want to do, but you have to take action before anything can happen, though. Take control of the situation is what Spirit is saying. Okay? You might be experiencing delays because of a lack of commitment. Ask the universe to show you the way, then fearlessly follow the direction that you are given. Spirit saying, you get on with what you already know you need to do. Stop being kind of wishy-washy, okay? And then the basis of your situation or foundation is the Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. This card talks about lack of motivation. Self-development is needed. Self-discipline is needed. I would make a note of that for sure. Feeling dissatisfied. This card talks about a lack of effort, a lack of confidence, a lack of commitment, a lack of ambition, a lack of focus, feeling uninspired. You feel like you're at a dead-end career. You have no motivation. You have no passion. You may be underqualified. Maybe you're feeling dissatisfied. Maybe you're experiencing financial insecurity. This could be a card of laziness, again, mediocrity at a dead-end job, not having enough skills, low skills, poor quality, carelessness. You've not mastered the necessary skills you need to achieve your goals. You might desire to begin some new enterprise, but a lack of ambition, ability, or clarity prevents your success. More effort or education may be needed. Okay? You have what it takes. This card could suggest that you're being a nitpicker, too much of a perfectionist, or perhaps a workaholic, or this card could mean that you're finding your job very boring and tedious. And then your fourth card is the High Priestess. This card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. So the High Priestess is represented by the moon. This card is talking about sacred knowledge, hidden knowledge, your inner voice. You have a thirst for knowledge. This card represents feminine wisdom, a higher power. Spirit wants you to know that there are unseen influences at work. This is a card of wisdom, secrets, a thirst for knowledge, secret knowledge, creativity. This card is about knowledge that you need and that can be revealed. This knowledge is beyond logic. You must access and trust your intuition. You're not trusting your intuition because you got the moon card for your self-image card, your seventh card, and it came out reversed. So really, Spirit's saying you must access and trust your intuition if you hope to understand it. Refrain from action for a while and take the time to search within yourself for the wisdom you need to move forward or to move on. This card could also mark the beginning of a spiritual journey, a personal spiritual journey. And this card also suggests sharing knowledge and not keeping secrets. Okay? Some of you are experiencing awareness of the invisible world. Again, Spirit's saying, inner change is taking place. Okay? You're experiencing awareness of the invisible world where inner change takes place before it manifests in the outer material world. And your attunement to these inner invisible sources is acute now. And you're in a position to take advantage of this. You may want to practice meditation so you can go deeper into your inner core. Again, Spirit is saying, tune into your inner voice and spiritual awareness by whatever meditative method works for you. Okay? And then your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, is the Three of Pentacles reversed, Capricorn energy. This is you showing up in your reading. Three of Pentacles reversed, Capricorn. So this card could represent no determination. It could be a card of truancy, which can mean non-attendance or absence or staying away from school without any good reason. It's a card of competition, working alone, misalignment. You're not making the effort to, again, Spirit is saying, to acquire the skills you need in today's changing marketplace. You may be stuck in a job. Again, Spirit's saying you're stuck in a job you really don't like, but you lack the confidence or ambition to strike out and change things for the better. Spirit's saying, get going. Thought without action is useless. Things are not going according to plan. Maybe you've taken on too much, which they've already said, bitten off more than you can chew, and are not able to handle everything very well. Or it could mean that you haven't applied yourself as well as you could have. Ask your angels and guides to help you too with that. The outcome you desire most in your situation is the Seven of Pentacles. Taurus energy. This card says you're at a crossroads. This card is talking about hard work, perseverance, diligence. It represents the manifestation of ideas or goals. It talks about redirecting your efforts again, which they've already talked about. Having a long-term view, having sustainable results. This is a card of things coming to fruition, your hard work paying off. This is a card of harvest, rewards, results, growth, progress, planning, having patience. The outcome that you desire most in your situation, Spirit is saying you've put in the time and effort and you've paid your dues, and now you will gain in your business or other enterprise. You feel great satisfaction from a job well done. Growth and good fortune are yours, well earned. This card says you're going to receive the benefits that you've earned by your own hard work. The harvest may still be a ways off, so keep working at it though. Okay? Take a break. Take a break. This card said you've done all you can do for now. Just like the farmer who has planted, weeded, and watered, you must wait for time to do the rest. Neither you or the farmer can force that. But again, your careful efforts, planning, resourcefulness, research will pay off, and when the harvest comes, it will be a good one. Take a rest after work. Reevaluate your projects. Some of you are approaching retirement. This is a card of investment, nurturing, you're reviewing, you're taking stock, you're growing. And then your self-image card is the Moon, reversed, Major Arcana. This is how you see yourself, Pisces energy. This card is about self-deception, blocked intuition, having clarity. You have clarity now. And this card talks about unveiling secrets, releasing fear, feeling confused, feeling anxious, having repressed emotion, regaining composure. There's been a misunderstanding. Something has been misinterpreted. But the Moon reversed could be about self-deception. Your soul is calling for help, trying to get your attention. You may have been ignoring your lunar needs, self-nurturance, artistic expression, and receptivity. The demands of the day, the masculine side, are overwhelming you, and you need time out to reconnect with your feminine side. You've allowed the pressures of the outside world to throw you out of balance, and now you feel disconnected from your true self. Again, Spirit is saying it's time for you to rest and reflect. Okay? They're repeating that message. And the Moon also talks about It also it is a warning of deception, dangerous emotional swings, and giving in to fears. So make sure you tread lightly. And your environment, or how others see you in your situation, is the Two of Wands, Aries energy. This is a card of indecision. Again, not taking action. Again, fear of change, fear of the unknown, deciding not to go, being held back, indecisiveness, choosing the safest option, doubting yourself, choosing a mundane life, overanalyzing a situation, playing it safe. It's a card of bad planning. Feeling disappointment, staying put. For some of you, it could be canceled immigration, being held back. You may be in for a surprise when this card comes out reversed. The Two of Wands, yeah, you may be in for a surprise. Someone might disappoint you or make an unexpected appearance, changing a situation. So that's just a heads up. This card could indicate that you're unable or you're unwilling to make a choice, or you may be faced with two unappealing choices and you may feel forced to pick the lesser of two evils. Maybe you're avoiding risks. This card could represent setting personal goals. Spirit wants you to align. Your inner should be in alignment, okay? Inner alignment. Then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and fear the most in your situation, is Two of Swords. Again, this card is about indecision, blocked emotions, being at a stalemate, being torn between two relationships, being at a crossroads. Again, Spirit is saying action is needed. You need to take action. There's hidden information again. They talked about that with the High Priestess. You're at a stalemate. You have to make a difficult choice. Some of you are in denial. Stressful decisions, opposition again. You're weighing up your options. You're at an impasse. You're sitting on the fence. You're in denial. You're not able to see the truth of a situation. You're stuck. You may be maintaining the situation by putting up a facade and are ignoring the underlying tension that exists. This is an uncomfortable position to be in, but you aren't ready to do anything about it yet. But Spirit's like, you need to speak up and communicate clearly. Change must take place. You do have choices. Remove the blindfold and look honestly at your situation. You feel like you're not able to move forward because you can't figure out with logic or intellect how to proceed, and you must rely on blind faith that the universe will handle things. This card says that your emotions are distracting you. This situation would benefit more from a rational decision than an emotional one. Okay? Divided loyalty. You're caught in the middle, or you're stuck in the middle. You're facing your fears, though. And then your future, if all is to remain as is the World reversed. This card is all about disappointment again, stagnation again, delays again, burdens, emptiness, a lack of success, a lack of completion, having no closure, a lack of achievement, feeling incomplete. Maybe you're seeking personal closure on a situation. The World card, the last card in the Major Tarot, you're being presented with a multiplicity of choices and aren't sure which one to make. Maybe you're experiencing new facets of yourself, or you may be rejecting new ideas being offered out of fear or a limited understanding. Now's the time to face the fact that the universe is a more complex place than you've been willing to admit. Your goals are in sight, but they may be more complicated to achieve and require more persistent and determined effort on your part. So they're repeating that message again. This card indicates the delay of achievement. Success is still possible, but something is in the way. Maybe it's as simple as just you're refusing to accept success. This card is letting you know that recognition awaits you. This card could also suggest that if you have any travel plans, they may need to be postponed. And then your oracle message is enlightenment. Enlightenment occurs when one steps out of the confines of an ordinary definition of self and expands into a greater awareness of the self within the universe. Capricorn, you are now reaching into the invisible realm of spirit, and you're connecting with what you cannot see. Forces beneath the surface are supporting you on your journey. You need to have faith in yourself. You need to believe and know that you are so much more than you believe yourself to be. Just have patience that there's a plan unfolding, and know that the sky's the limit. This card represents enlightenment and signals that you're entering into a time of expansive transformation in a luminous and remarkable way. Trust that the changes ahead are for the greater good, for they most certainly are. Okay, so you're stepping out of the confines of an ordinary definition of self. You're expanding into a greater awareness of the self within. You're now reaching into the invisible realm of spirit, and you're connecting with what you cannot see. There are forces beneath the surface that are supporting you on your journey. This is exciting. So that is your reading, Capricorn. If this reading resonated with you, if you could please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. I hope you have a great Easter weekend, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.